Hi guys, and welcome back to the Pixel Forge podcast, to episode 18.
Yes.
Yeah, so as I say, time's flying with this podcast. We appreciate everyone that keeps listening to us and giving us the follows on the YouTube and Spotify. Be sure to say, every week we're coming at you. My name is Sean. I'm one of your hosts, and I'm here with my other co-host, Josh.
Hello.
And every week we go through our business endeavors.
Yes.
Also, tabletop Warhammer from Josh covers that side as well, and I'm doing the gaming stuff as well. Obviously, Josh knows about gaming as well, so we just chime in on the gaming
And
stuff.
you know about tabletop stuff now as well. You're getting better. You're getting better.
I'm slowly, but I'm enjoying it. Learning about the stuff as well. But this week
It's a bit unorthodox this week. I'll be totally honest, because it's a bit of a mashup today.
I feel like we're not unprepared, but it feels like we're unprepared.
Yeah, we're well prepared. We're always prepared. It's just I don't know. I don't know. Today's just a bit. But long story short, while I'm saying I'm prepared, I forgot the models, as you can see by the blank space there. Insert rainfall effect on the video.
Talk about the war.
Do you know what I mean? So I will have them next week. But I will when we get to our segments, I'll tell you what models to look forward to next week to talk about. But I don't know what happened. I'm working on, and I'll get into the business updates in a little bit. I was working on a project, and probably why I forgot it. But yeah,
that's cool.
Anyway,
It's cool. I'm gonna dive straight into the gaming news this week first for you guys. I'd say not been much this week. Little tidbits here and there. So we have. Oh my God, where's my notes gone? Oh, there. So we have. Actually, first of all, before we even start the news and stuff, what you been playing this week? I didn't think I missed this out for the last 2 episodes.
Well, I know, and I was waiting because obviously we've been playing Space Marine 2.
Oh yes,
wow.
I have Space Marine 2, guys.
Oh, there we go. Finally.
Absolutely love it.
Space Marine 2. That was pretty good. It's nice playing it again. Yeah, and even Jamelia said when she played it the second time, like you have appreciating the scenery and everything else, like because you're just kind of wandering around, trying not to die, and I'm just looking at the scenery because it's nice and looking at the scale. Yeah, Space Marine 2. We finally. I think we talked about this last week, but Battlefield's done.
Battlefield's done. We didn't talk about it last time, but Battlefield 2042
done.
Battle Pass is done.
And what else? Oh, and a couple of games. I know you might briefly touch on the indie showcase, but a couple of games in that indie showcase as well.
I didn't even put that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh, good.
You can touch on that if you want to.
It was just one of the games, and I can't even remember the blimmin' name of it. Hang on, I can tell you it. Patch of Heaven. It's from an indie showcase that basically happened a few days ago. And it
was it
yesterday? Oh, maybe yesterday. Yeah, it must have been yesterday.
I think it was yesterday.
Last 2 days a bit of
But
and it basically is imagine like what's the game? The Stardew Valley. Imagine like your farm being an overlay on your PC and you do stuff in the background. It's kind of like that. Patch of Heaven, check it out on Steam. It's pretty cool. That's all I've really been playing, focused on that. Helldivers 2,
Helldivers 2, we did some Helldivers.
Did some Helldivers. And The Darkness I've been playing still as well, enjoying that.
Yes, you did. Yes, I've watched you play that a little bit as well. It's so crazy just watching that, like the graphics and like how
it looks of its time.
Yeah,
but like in a not bad way.
Bad way,
it's
no,
a reminiscential way. That's the word to say.
But it was really fun watching you play that.
Yes, but yeah, what have you been playing?
Probably the same. Let's just say like the Space Marine, definitely enjoying that. Super fun. I don't know why I didn't get this back in the day. Like when it came out.
You're telling me.
Like obviously, it just celebrated the year anniversary the other week. So it's like so I wish I had it like back then. But enjoying it. Obviously how the build of the players are, the movement. It's all super fun. Like the executions. Obviously being shot out of the air as well by snipers. It's all good.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? The snipers are. I'll get at this point. I'll try and put the small segment of footage I got. It was the funniest thing in the world. I couldn't stop crying. The section of what Sean means by being sniped in midair, because it just reminded me of in The Simpsons when Ned saves Homer from the firehouse and he throws Homer out and Homer goes straight back in through the window. Your character basically did that, but I'll input the video here over the top of us so you can see what Sean did and what I'm referring to.
I was so happy I didn't record that. I should have.
Why do you think I did? Because it caught it at the corner of my eye. I was like, hang on, you just T-posed down a hill. Do you know what I mean? So,
But that was this. been a crazy week with that kind of playing that game as well. And it kind of leads into the next game, which I have been playing, which is the Sonic Crossworlds demo.
Yep.
Came out, I think, yesterday or the day before as well. So it's been out for a couple of days now as well. Super fun. It's basically the same as you would have on the beta. But this one now, they've locked it to only 4 characters. In the beta, you had about... every character.
Yeah, right.
I think about mine, so about 4 or 5 of them, I think, were still locked. But you had every character there. But this one's only 4, and you're only doing a Grand Prix. And I think you unlock another different race after it as well. But you still get the cosmetics. Like you can kit up your car, like buy 2 upgrades for your car, some wheels, stuff like that. But super fun. I mean, obviously, my daughter, she was playing it yesterday, enjoying it. She's hyper about it. So it was a bit funny watching her play because like she was struggling with the drifting. I was like, babe, you played Mario Kart, like get to grips with it. Literally, as soon as I said that, she was drifting like normal, like ding, ding.
How
like,
weird's that?
And then she was coming first and all that stuff. I was like, it was just
fix up.
Yeah, literally, because it plays exactly the same as like pretty much like say Mario Kart. Just obviously the cars and how chunky the cars are on the Sonic and stuff, and the abilities they have obviously is a lot different. Some of them are pretty much the same. It's just incorporated a different way. Like, do you know what I mean? The red shell, and then on the Sonic you have that this lock on like blade that will like lock on and literally saws the car in half, kind of thing. Like goes to saw the car. It's like the same thing, like almost. And then like instead of like a blue shell, they have this like cloud thing that goes right in front of you. You can't move. You can't
Isn't there that in Mario Kart, the thunder thing that shrinks you? Or
no. This is like, yeah, there is fun that shrinks you, yeah. But this one, like on Sonic, is like a cloud, and it's like it goes right in front of you, and you can't like outmaneuver it. It literally just stays with you, like same like the blue shell. Like you can't, you can't dodge it. I mean, blue shell you can dodge, if you have the horn or something like that. But this one, I feel like you can't do anything. Because Sonic, I feel like with the abilities and stuff, it's like so punishing. Like you, at least on Mario Kart, you can recover quite easily from a blue shell or banana or whatever. This one, I feel like, whew, you get hit once, back of the line, literally back of the line, and it is a grind to get back up. But yeah, super been enjoying that, and also as well with the Sonic Crossworlds, just revealed today there was a leak that came out because obviously copies it's coming out on the 25th of September, so copies are out in the wild.
Early, wow.
Yeah,
it's 19.
Yeah, there's a lot coming out. So that's out in the wild right now. So there's been pictures floating around online about a new character that's been revealed, and obviously Nintendo haven't announced it yet, but fans are gonna love it, and it is Mega Man. So Mega Man's gonna be in the game at some point. Obviously Nintendo will probably do a reveal anyway on a direct or some kind of post anyway. So
I bet that'll be for like, if it's this year, it'll be for Christmas to push sales. Be like, yeah, Mega Man coming.
Yeah, they'll probably do that because we still have SpongeBob, you have the Minecraft, like Steve from Minecraft, and stuff like that. So there's different characters still coming and stuff like that. So the Yakuza character, and obviously you got Joker from Persona, stuff like that. So there's going to be a lot. I think there's going to be a huge roster, like huge roster. So that's one game that I'm enjoying, and also the same day we got the Little Nightmares 3 demo as well.
Yes, I haven't played that yet. It's installed. I just haven't booted it up yet. Yeah,
I mean, I played it as well. I played it because I thought it was like a new demo. This demo was what I played last year at Eurogamer and Comic Con together last year. Yep. They had a massive booth there, so with a baby, like a giant inflatable baby booth, and they had the copies of the game. The demo there was about I would say it was like 15-20 minutes as well. So
really?
It's not that long, but I think the demo there when I was playing last year, I kind of like sped run it. Like I literally went through it quite quickly. I think.
Yeah, I'll probably walk around and look and see if
because it's not like the one we just played at the Bandai thing. Because this one, you don't say how we just fought the enemies. That one you don't find enemies.
So you're just exploring.
You're just exploring, just going through. Because I thought the same thing. Like we're gonna fight something or do something, nothing happened. So. But it's a good little demo. Give it a try if you haven't already. It's out now to play, and even that game's out very soon as well. So bloody hell. Another more gaming news. We have Assassin's Creed Shadows DLC just announced as well.
Yeah.
The claws of Algae. I can't pronounce this. I can't pronounce his name.
I need to look at the spelling. I know what you're doing.
It's like I'm really bad with pronunciations of word people as well, so I apologize for butchering half of these names, which I probably will do. But yeah, that's out now. I've not really played Shadow. Have you played Shadows yet? No, I'm the same. I've not.
I kind of wanted to. I think I'm one of those. I can't be able to pay the price for games that they are now. Like I'm happy. I've got the stuff I want to get, and Shadows I'll play when it's 20 quid.
You sound like the Americans there with price. We won't go into that.
The difference being is my country's not totally affected anyway. We're not going to get into tariffs and Nintendo costs. Thank you.
But yeah, I'm the same. I've not really played it. Never owned it. I mean, I watched like certain gameplay and stuff. Yeah, because I feel like with that game, I'll be happy to miss it because obviously with Ghost of Yotei around the corner, I'd rather get that than play that. I think. I think that would hit more for me than the Shadow as well. Because I feel like Shadows, just when you say the word Assassin's Creed, it's like it just feels like you're playing like the past almost. Do you know what I mean? Like
yeah, I know what you mean.
Even though it is a new game, like and new mechanics, I guess, on the fighting and stuff. But I feel like it's just you play one Assassin's Creed, you almost played them all. As in with the Ghost of Yotei, it's like it'll still be fresh, even though.
Well, I don't know if that point's totally accurate, considering Ghost of Tsushima, which we've talked about in another episode, by the way. But sure, I get you. In comparison to Assassin's Creed, it's like a fresh take on the genre that Assassin's Creed had pioneered.
That's what I was trying to get out.
Yes, of course. I was just making sure you were right. Yeah, there we are. Yes.
Also, some more DLC coming to Fortnite. I know you ain't played Fortnite in a long time, have you?
It's the Power Ranger stuff, isn't it?
No, it's just been announced. I'm not sure if it's been announced, but I'm not sure when it's coming or whatever. But it's the to do with the Netflix, the K-pop Demon Hunter, the K-pop stuff. Yes. Apparently they're doing all the girls DLC characters.
Yeah, of course.
Whatever moves or whatever. I don't know what they're gonna do, but yeah, apparently that's coming to Fortnite soon. So
yeah, because I think I've seen the trailers for Power Rangers and the Megazord, and it's
Power Rangers. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but this one got announced as well. So
okay,
right, cool.
Well, here we are.
Another game which dropped this week, Skate.
Oh yeah, that's all over Xbox.
Did you play it yet?
No,
I played it.
I've seen a video.
Yeah,
of the barrel rolling. It's
crazy. I think I'm not sure. Like half of them stuff is like I'm not sure if it's like PC gameplay as well. Half of that stuff, but play on a console as well. It just feels really, really good.
That's good.
Like really,
yeah.
Like the analog stick, like using the right stick to do the tricks and the ollies, and feels so clean.
Yeah.
So clean. Obviously, in the beginning when you start, you get a tutorial. So how to push off, how to ollie. You have to even go retrieve your skateboard first. Like you have to climb a building. You have to go.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you have to go get your skateboard.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
It's like, no, it's super fun. Like I was just skating around the town a little bit. But yeah, I mean, there's basically you're going into San Vanterdam, and it has 4 different areas: Hedgemount, Goldcrest Village, Market Mile, and Brick Switch. So there's 4 different areas to explore within the game. Obviously,
it almost sounds like Brixton.
Yeah, might be when you get there.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
But yeah, there's a lot to explore. It's that you've seen the videos, the wildness. There've been people jumping off higher buildings and trying to find the different links to find. Yeah, it's just been insane. But I'm enjoying what I play so far. So I'll probably definitely this week probably get more on that as well. Hands on. I know said definitely this week as well. Getting back onto Destiny 2. Definitely.
Yes, yeah, we're talking about yeah. We get that new DLC and stuff.
Definitely want to get on that.
You can see how sorrow state it's in with Rise of Iron as well.
I mean, we just had some news the other day as well. Like they retreated some of the. What did they do?
They switched the Iron Banner armor
back. Yeah.
So they moved it from Eververse into the actual armor, but they've done it as a reaction because even I looked at this myself. Even the armor icons, like they said, don't match the armor set and stuff. So it's just, and they were like, and I feel like it's good that they've done it, but when I read the words, they'll update them at a later date, just implies that they're so screwed up that they're having to push I think I'd rather them just wait, turn it all off, wait, because Iron Banner will come back several times during Rise of Iron. It's like, what, 75 days till whatever next thing they do, right? They should have just deactivated it all off. And I think what they should have done is they should have gone, we'll give it to everybody that if you earn it through because you can earn rewards ahead of time, they should let everybody earn the reward. Then when they release it fully and correctly, then give it to everyone that earned it. And I think it should still be in the Eververse sword, but they should put it in as Bright Dust for those that have been, whatever has happened and they're upset and stuff. So Bright Dust is in-game currency if you don't know. Yeah. So I could have probably picked it up. I think taking it out is also a problem personally, because they should have just converted it to in-game currency, which is what all people also said, and then make it an earnable reward. So then when the next Iron Banner kicks in, you're either going to continue to earn it or you can just claim what you've earned. That's what they could have done. And I get it's all panic stations and bunch, but like that would have been better than just going, yeah, we've released it, but nothing looks right. And saying it will be updated at a later date implies that it's going to be a while.
Yeah, because I don't know when the next DLC or anything will even come out for that now.
Renegades is December.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what's to say they don't wait till December? I don't think they will. I'm exacerbating the truth there, but that's my point. Like, there's a different way they could have done it instead of panic rushing, because they're already in shit anyway. Yeah. So the way I see it is, if you're already in there, you might as well do better damage control than trying to, like scrape up. You know what I mean? That's anyway. That's another story.
Yeah, we'll try and get onto that this week.
Destiny, yes.
Another bit of crazy news this week as well. Borderlands 4, obviously it's out.
By the way, I called this when we talked about Borderlands before. If you go back to I can't remember what one it is. When you go back to the episode, I bloody knew it.
It's been having a lot of issues.
Shocker! Wow, Randy Pitchford being the biggest bloody issue.
It's insane. Yeah.
Where do you start?
Where do you start? I'm looking at one of those. I'm saying like, where do I start?
I'll start you off. Randy Pitchford is just a tit. And not because of his stance and the way he's almost attacking people. It's just he's just upset because people are pushing him a bit because of how Borderlands is.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And he's upset, and then like he's reacting all manner of ways, and he's like saying to people about refunding it. And there was like one thing where I can't remember the specifics, so I apologise if it's wrong, but he basically implied it was like if you're there was one on consoles. He said what you should do is close the game and reopen it.
Basically, Borderlands 4 is suffering from memory leaks, and basically as well, some players recommending to restart restart the game every few hours.
Crazy,
so
ludicrous.
Which is it's so bad. Like, I think they did an update yesterday,
and they cooked it more. I'm pretty sure.
No, they improved the stability on PC. Smoothed out progression and updates to Gilded Glory Pack and rewards are more seamless. Rewards are more seamless experience as well. But they're still saying, please restart your game to ensure updates go through to prevent connection errors in matchmaking and stuff like that. So they still want you to keep restarting your game.
What did I tell you when I said about the advertising being out of the wazoo for the game for no reason? This is exactly why they did it.
They had it everywhere.
The game was cooked.
They had it. They had in Waterloo Station? They had a pop up there.
Yeah, I was saying to my friend, the free STLs, the 3D printed STLs. It's all smoke and mirrors to take away from the fact that the game is shipped half done.
Yeah,
and I said this.
I see every streamer playing it and doing this. I'm like, they're literally just throwing it out, just trying to.
Yeah,
get it down your throat.
We said this. I said this. That all of that stuff is to cover up the fact that game's not ready to ship, and it wasn't ready.
No, it wasn't ready.
And it makes it worse because Randy Pitchford's making all of those devs look like idiots because all of the stupid stuff he's saying he's defending the game like a spoiled child. He's not defending the game. He's like, I believe, like, he should be saying, so, I believe in the developers. Maybe there were things that we skimped out on, blah blah blah, but we wanted to make sure we got the game to you on. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's tactical and logical ways to take the flack for developing and pushing out a game that just wasn't ready.
Yeah.
Instead, he's going, oh yeah, restart the game. He's like, refund it if you don't like it. Don't play it on console. Don't play it on like, he's just saying all of this stupid stuff, dude.
Obviously, I know before the game launched, they dropped it to $70, whatever they. So just imagine you're paying full price for this, even more. Like, if it was.
And it was insane. Back up when he's telling you to,
it's still even high price for this. If you're playing like this, Why would you imagine that?
It's cooked.
Imagine that you played one level of Space Marine 2. I've got to restart the game. I've got to play Destiny.
I'll restart my TV with my fist. Do you know what I mean? Jesus, what an idiot! That whole and even the reviews where people did play it are just saying it just feels like it's a. I think we said this. It just feels like a continuation of 3.
Yeah, there's no difference.
Which 3 was just. And I think we talked about it as well. Even from the footage of the initial footage of when it was announced, it just looked boring. It looked bland. It looked like all of the color and all of the excitement from 1 and 2.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's the design of that game is obviously it's more washed out. The colours are more washed out.
Go back to 2 and 1 and pre-sequel. They weren't that washed out. They're pretty colourful games.
Okay.
Think about it.
Yeah.
They weren't just greys and blacks and a bit of like. Think about it.
Yeah.
There was way more colour variation in the older games than there was in the last 2. Well, maybe not so much 3, but 4. This just does not look like it's got a wide palette, which I don't think helps.
No.
It looked boring, but anyway.
Yeah. So that happened, and
well done.
A lot of people upset on that one. On to my next little bit here. I meant to do this last week actually, and even the week before. I wanted to do like a little price watch. Because obviously, I want to get the ROG Ally X.
Yes.
We are weeks out from this pretty much coming out. Still no price. Which is absolutely insane.
Oh, what, in sterling? Yeah, it's only dollars, right? Yeah.
Even that, it's not really guaranteed.
Oh, it's all speculative, isn't
exactly. It? Still, obviously, what I'm alluding to, guys, YouTuber, former IGN staff member as well, Destin Legary, sorry. He had a video on YouTube this week, and he said that he found out the price of the Xbox ROG Ally and the Ally X as well. The both versions of the handheld, and he said the Ally one, just the white one, was coming in at $549.99, and the X one, the black one, was $899.99. Obviously, he had video, he had pictures of like the display board in Best Buy. He had a ticket with the price on it from Best Buy as well, like confirmed and stuff like this. So, but I mean, anyone could have. I'm not saying you can tweak a little ticket. Yes, you can write tickets, but you never know. That might not been 100%. That could be just now. Like they could have been sent a file with just.
We've worked retail. I've had it before where they've sent us the initial. They've sent initial pricing and it's incorrect, and then they send you the POS.
That's it.
That's the correct. So yeah, there's always that.
So I think that's what's happened here. I don't think that's the actual price of it. I mean, even if that was the price. Obviously here in the UK that will work out, so the Ally, the white one, is working out to be £407, and then I did a conversion. So £407, and then the Ally X is looking at £667.
So if you always round it up, it'll probably be like $685 for the big one, and then $435 for the little one, like in that round ballpark. I think it's going to be an odd number regardless.
Yeah.
That, or they just round it up completely.
But obviously, the video. Obviously, we were just watching the video at yours just now, a minute ago before we came, with the Nintendo stuff, and they're talking about obviously with the tariffs there, because that's why everything's more expensive. So, hence why the amiibos and the games are going to be more expensive in America than they are over here, because their tariffs are through the roof. So hopefully, if it is that price, I'll be happy in that kind of ballpark, because I do want one, and I'll keep updated every week on this. I'm gonna, until this comes out, until they say an actual official price, I'll let you guys know. Because I've been literally on my Instagram, I keep getting feeds as well, like of them advertising it.
Yeah, right.
But all they're doing is showing you the specs and what's it about, and people having it in their hand and being excited about it. But it's like, where's the price? We want the price now. And obviously, you have the Legion Go 2, which is coming out around the same time as it, I think, as well. Because
near enough is,
someone was telling me that maybe they might push the Allies back, like push them back a little bit.
It could make sense because we're not at a price.
This is it. Because I think they wanted to see what that comes out at. But I think the Legion Go 2, whatever, is going to come out more expensive than the Ally. That's what I think anyway. Because I think the Ally ones are trying to make them as cheap as possible. That's what I do believe. Because I think when the Xbox Series X and S came out, they launched prices first before PS5. Because I think PS5 was going to be more expensive, and then they had to adjust their line. Like,
no, I don't.
I'm sure that's what happened. They had to.
No, they did the prices first, but I don't think Sony cared. I think they kept to because I'm sure Sony kept their prices.
But Sony dropped a little bit more than they had to. Hence why I think now that's why, even though obviously the tariffs are hiking up the prices, I think this is what they wanted to have in the beginning. Because I don't think this is what they wanted the PS5 to be priced at.
No, probably not.
So they're kind of excited now that they got their wish.
I think all of this stuff kind of just ruins the whole energy around all these handhelds of like the not knowing the price and is it going to cost more or less. Kind of, you know, like, yeah.
All right, my last little bit here, I'm just going to run through quickly before you get onto the Warhammer stuff that I'm intrigued to hear. Basically, to let you know what's coming out in this month of September. I know we're pretty much at the end of September. Did you know how long I've had this list on my computer? Because every week we've been talking, I've been running through so much other different news, and I've literally just
That's good though. That's a good thing.
Missed out this,
That's a good thing.
Can miss out this list. So obviously on the 4th of September, we just had 4th of September we had Hell Is Us. So that's out now. You got, this is a small list by the way as well. I've cut so much games out of this list, like it's insane. Also on the 4th we had Indiana Jones and Great Circle, the DLC Order of the Giants. Also on the 5th of December we had Kronos, the New Dawn. So that Dead Space 1 looking like.
Yeah, I need to get that as well.
Also on the 5th, we had NBA 2K26, which I still need to get maybe one day. I might get that. Obviously on the 12th, we just had Borderlands 4. In fact, today, on the recording of this episode, the 19th, we have Dying Light, The Beast, which is today. Then now, going into like next week, we have Silent Hill F on the 25th. Also on the 25th, Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. 26th, we have FC 26, the football FIFA game.
Yep.
Also on the 26th, the NBA Bounce, which is that little cutesy mascot game, that basketball game. I actually want that. I probably want that more than NBA 2K. That's crazy.
No, I get that.
Because I feel like it's just like a little NBA Jam, but it's like cutesy. Like it's more. Little,
it looked good.
That was fun. Also on the 30th of September, we've got Lego Party. And on the 30th of September again, we have Final Fantasy Tactics. So yeah, then there's more. There's literally so much more in that I've cut out because the list would have gone on.
Yeah, it's a busy month.
Insane. And I've got the list for October, but I'll go for that next week. But we got the October list as well, and it's huge as well. But yeah, that's me this week with the game and stuff. Cool, I hope you enjoyed that, guys. But yeah,
I've got. So I'm going to do things a bit differently because obviously I've absolutely balked this week. So I'll let you know what models I'm going to cover next week because, as I said, I've got like the notes and I can talk to it and I can put the pictures up. So if you're seeing this after the fact, you can see them. But I think just for consistency's sake, I'll do the models next week. But I'll tell you what we're going to do. So we're going to do Cadian Shock Trooper, Brood Brother, and then a Kriegsman. So it's all very Astra Militarum next week.
I mean, I watched the podcast as well, guys, so now I'm going to have to watch it just to see what...
So I'll put a little flash on so you can see, but I won't go into those models until next week when I have the models here and we can do it properly. So apologies for that. I balked that because I thought I packed it and I hadn't. There we are. So that's the 3 models this week. Wow, that was quick, wasn't it? Yeah. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through some more gaming news, and I kind of want to spend most of the time talking about the market because that's probably the biggest thing we had. So, and a bit of the business update. I'm actually going to move into wargaming news. So I'm going to bring up, and you may remember this is Muskoff episode 4. I talked about the other podcast, Brush Liquor Club. And kind of it's one of my friends from uni and they had a bit of a break. I did mention they had a break. They had a bit of a break and they're sort of coming back and getting on now because all the busy period that they had's gone, and they're working on a giveaway project and they want me to print it at StarLionForge, which is pretty cool. So I can learn that project together again. I won't give too much away right now until I finish assessing costs and how long it'll take, and Sean already knows there's already quite a big...
I've seen the piece. It does look very detailed.
And I guess the only real thing to say is meat's back on the menu, boys, is basically the clue. So stay tuned for more on that, basically. I'm very excited to do that because it's something that I've talked about for a little while now, and now that they're back and getting all that in, I'm looking forward to being able to kind of do that, especially after when we talk about the markets. Like, I feel like I've learned quite a lot in the last few months where I'm starting to understand like the printers and stuff a bit better and doing all of that stuff. But yeah, there's that to come. But wargaming news, there was quite a bit that went on, to be fair. First was they announced some new books, in particular Astra Militarum books. And I bring these up because Astra Militarum is my main army, and then it's Space Marines. As much as you might believe it's just Space Marines is my main army, it's not. And they've got a whole bunch of books coming out. They've got basically re-releasing collections from Commissar Yarrick, which collects Imperial Creed, Pyres of Armageddon, and the Chains of Golgotha. And Commissar Yarrick's quite a big, prolific commissar within the Orc universe, and Armageddon. Okay. There's quite a lot that goes on with him. And I think releasing those books is interesting when you think about all the rumors about his model potentially releasing and what happened to him the last time we sort of got an update from any lore about Commissar Yarrick. Interesting stuff. And then we also then got some other books. So we got The Relentless Dead, which is a Death Corps of Krieg book based on a mission where a Death Corps kill team is going into like a caverns that are plague ridden. Okay. And they just kind of got to figure out what the deal is. I haven't read much more into it, but yeah, and it's why I was going to have a Kriegsman today, but to fit in with that book, same as with the other Astra Militarum stuff. And then we've got Demolisher, which is focused on an Astra Militarum tank crew and the Lehman Russ, and basically they're on an escort mission that's pretty much doomed from the start. And then you have Vagabond Squadron, which features Valkyrie pilots, and these are like the top. We've talked about pilots, not Astra Militarum, but we talked about Aeronautica pilots before, and like basically it's about them piloting Valkyries and having to defend a particular planet. But each one's going to kind of revolve around like the horrors of war for Astra Militarum personnel, the heroism that comes from that, especially from Commissar Yarrick. Again, if you know his story, you know why, and just overall what Astra Militarum soldiers deal with. But they're pretty cool books. I'm looking forward to them, especially the Death Corps one, because it looks like it's going to be it looks like a short story. To some extent, so that would be a good one to read. So there was those. Then we had announcements for Warhammer Day. So Warhammer Day is coming up very soon. I forget the specific date. It's next month, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, Warhammer Day models, they announced 2 of them to commemorate that, which they usually do. One is for Age of Sigmar, and one is for Warhammer 40k. I'll put pictures of each one up as I say their names. So we have Urkhan, the Dark Warden for Age of Sigmar. Input picture there. Yeah. And then this isn't a name, but we have a Space Marine captain with a jump pack for 40k, which we've seen jump pack troopers on here before, but this one's, it's got a slightly different thing going on. So for Age of Sigmar, Urkhan, basically his essence is classic Army of Darkness, Slaves of Darkness, miniatures. He's got like your typical, you see on the picture when you show it, like typical like black armor, horns, big sword and shield. We've had, when I had that, the Chosen on here before, when he had the halberd and the shield. Yeah, like it's kind of one of them, but with a sword this time. So again, and what's good about him and that other model is that they can be non-god specific, so you can put that in any of your Slaves of Darkness armies, depending on what one you want to follow. So that's pretty cool. And then Jump Pack Captain, he was painted as an Ultramarine, but he's, again, multilingual Space Marine. You can have him for any of the chapters that you want. And he's designed to lead Jump Pack Intercessor squads, so you can use him as a leadership character within those. And he has a Thunder Hammer with a Relic Shield, which we haven't seen like advertised that way, because the other kits, they have a different assortment of weapons. But yeah, he looks cool. He has like quite a dynamic and I guess classic pose.
Yeah, I see he's on like standing on like it's metal, or not sure it was like a part of a building you standing on.
Yeah. It's
I had to check it out.
it's a nice. They're nice models. I think they're pretty cool.
Yeah, cool.
And they'll probably have more stuff announced and more things in the stores during Warhammer Day and books and all of that stuff. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, because there's Warhammer Days end of October.
It was October.
So
yeah,
it's coming up, end of October coming up. So
it's very soon. And again, they'll probably have lots of more stuff. And usually, what they do is, if you go to a store and spend a certain amount, kind of like other days, you spend a certain amount, you get like freebies depending on how much you spend in their stores and stuff. And that's in GW stores, not necessarily your local gaming stores,
they may adapt something just to.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I got stuff.
You know what I mean?
There was one kill team where I got stuff that looked like you'd only get it from GW for pre-ordering it. I got it with that pre-order from a local store, so yes, it can happen. But they'll probably be
it's just something for the fans as well. Like, if I was a local store, I'd do it. I'll do it.
Yeah, exactly. And then lastly, I think the biggest thing that happened, Magnus Kalgar, he's chapter master of Ultramarines. Like, he's the chapter, he's the big honcho before you get to Rabute, right? He was getting, like, there was hints and leaks and like, oh, he's got a new model. Ooh. And then they decided, oh, the gig's up, lads. Here he is. And then they've got a new model. He's got a new model. They released him. They showed him his guards that normally in the old model, I'll picture in here and make sure to remember, picture here. His old model had 2 Victrix guard, which is his own personal honor guard, and then him. Mm. And then now it's a separate team of 3 instead. So it has an ancient with a banner. We've talked about ancients before. Yes, and then the 2 Victrix guard. And they have like a much bigger assortment of equipment, like 2 swords. Whereas the other ones, it's a sword and a shield, which I was saying this on stream on Thursday just gone, that I hope they keep the sword and shield as an option, because I've seen it before where you see a variety of options in the new kit. Then you go to the specs of the kit.
Did you bring the guards here before? With 2 swords?
The Victrix guards? No, I haven't brought any of that. It's probably something else. I haven't brought Victrix guard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not 2 swords.
Yeah,
definitely not 2 swords.
I've seen that before. Okay. Yeah,
so they announced all of that. And then they also announced, which I'm very happy about, is one of the models on my list. On my list is Kaito Sicarius, which is another one of the company, I guess, champions within Ultramarines. He's one of the 3 models I was missing. He's going to get a new model, Primaris, which I'm very happy about. You saw the Ancient that I made, so it means I have 1 model on the character list on the Warhammer app missing, and then I have every single character model available. Obviously, when Kalgar and the new team come out, I'm going to obviously have to add them on. But he's coming as well. Kalgar's he's in Terminator armor this time, and this is classic Terminator armor, the armor of Antilochus, which is a classic. It's between, is it 2nd to 4th edition? I think he had that armor. He had the Terminator armor, because in the last one it was in the current one it's Gravis armor, like the new Primaris stuff they did. So there's that. And it looks like he's still got like the gauntlets of Ultramar, which is the big power fists and the guns on there. So that's fairly similar. And then again, his Victrix guard, they've got an expanded arsenal of choice outside of just putting a sword and shield on them. It was like dual swords, power axes, combi weapons. There's a whole array. And then again, as I said, they have the Ancient in that squad now. So it's an interesting change. I'll be interested to see what like the data sheets and how they play in the game. Because, as I said before, it was Kalgar was technically 3 physical models, and now he's just 1 model, and then the guard of 3. So we'll see what that is. That's pretty cool. And then yes, Sicarius, he returns. He's in his Mark 10 tactical armor, wearing his Taliesin Tempest blade, and he has 2 head options, which will be helmeted and non-helmeted. Oh, we're using the non-helmeted because you want to know it's him. Yeah, and he now
said that on the game as well.
No, Destiny no helmet, same thing. And he kind of looks like he's more like the leader of the honor guard element within a chapter now. Yeah, I think everybody's excited. It was a really good reveal. Like, it was a happy reveal.
Yeah, I saw it as well.
Yeah, everyone's happy about Kalgar. The Victrix guard being separate, I think, made a lot of people happy as well. Especially me, because when the magazines are out, I bulked up on the honor guard issue because I had a project in mind and I needed a few more. But now I'm not necessarily going to do that project, but I think I've got enough to end up having like 2 or 3 of the Victrix guard squads. So I'll make that work. But yeah, I'm really happy about the Kalgar leak and then reveal. It's just a shame it was another leak to reveal. I think there's probably the underlying bummer of the whole thing. But yeah, that's all the wargaming news. Some interesting stuff. And then the business update. So I'm gonna deep dive into the market and how that went. Yes. It was an interesting turn of events. And I'll say off the bat that for us, what we were thinking, I thought the one-shot event, regardless of the theme of the product, and I'll get into that as well, regardless of the theme, I thought the one-shot, we would make the same amount of money we made at this weekend. And I thought this weekend we'd make the money based off of the environment it's in, not so much, as I said, not the theming of the product and all of that. I thought it would be the reverse, because the one-shot in its essence was still quite a social networking event more than it was like a go-to-buy type stuff. And we had the workshop as well, which was free, which then fits in with that demographic, right? But we made next to nothing on the weekend. We actually made more on the day it was quieter than when it was busier.
That's crazy.
And that's not because it was kind of quiet as well, and the weather was a bit weird and all that stuff. And as I said, and I don't even necessarily think that's down to the product per se, because all the people that I met there, we all had the same problem. We barely made anything, like to the point where like most of us didn't cover the weekend in terms of paying for the spot.
I mean, just give me like a breakdown. You was obviously, you had your tabletop stuff there.
Yep.
Jamila had her bows.
Yep.
Who was next to you? Was it like jewelry or candles? And
so it was candles, but she, I think she was. They were themed after Scottish folklore, so I would assume she's Scottish. Okay. But it was really nice stuff. Like it looked great. Like I even said to her, I gave it. She was writing some stuff. I said to her, that stuff at an Artist Alley and Comic Con would sell like hotcakes, because it was like a raven skull and skulls and like a vertebra, and like it was really cool stuff. Like I could see people picking that up. And then the chap opposite us, he was making his own silverware, and it was all like hand. I'll see if I can get some pictures. I've got their business cards. I'll see if he's had like, it's all hand carved jewelry and stuff. Like it was gorgeous stuff. Like it was a bit pricey for me, because I said to Jimmy, I was like, if we'd made money on the weekend, I probably would have picked a ring up. Do you know what I mean? Like it was really nice stuff. And then a few more down, it was like more arts and craftsy stuff. There was like ceramic.
People saying like clothes there and stuff as well. Really?
There was a little bit of clothes selling as well, and there was like an American guy that does the typical, like he tours all these types of markets and Comic Cons in the US and all the cons and stuff. And he had some weird, like he had like pigeons with security heads on, like it was weird stuff. But like he had some stuff, and then there was Anne, another girl that was just over. She had like it was Japanese inspired. Like she had like crocheted earrings, like Mario stuff and all of that stuff. Like it was really like it to me. It wasn't the product.
See, she'd probably be happy at Hyper Japan, because she probably would have sold.
Yeah.
I say it's tough to go to these. I mean, obviously you're gonna want to try and get your feet wet at these places. Don't get me wrong, but it's gonna be super tough, because how niche you guys are as well. Like depends on who walks in that market. But even it's hard. Like,
even that. I don't think the niche was that much of a factor, because the engagement and people knowing that product was way better than I thought. Like it's one of the things I had people were talking about. Trench Crusade, I thought was going to be really obscure, which is one of the sets. People knew, obviously, I had one person who knew about D&D. They bought a couple of miniatures. Okay, cool. I had people that knew Warhammer. So yes, you're right. A market in general, no matter what you have, is quite audacious. But I still don't think it was like the bulk of the problem was that it was a niche, because all of that stuff was quite niche. I think some of it stemmed from, I'll just go through the list just because I've got it. So revenue wasn't good. As I said, we made more during the one shot, which again, also in hindsight, I guess we made more at the one shot because the theme it was better themed, which is fine. But as I said, we'll get onto the product. But it was a good insight in being in a market and understanding the selling and stuff. I still feel like I'd like a almost regular spot at a big market, just to be able to have that, because lots of people said, they're like, this stuff's cool, I've never seen it here before, this is the first time we've seen it, which again, that probably would be, but people saying it's a good thing because they're seeing it. Like it could be, like they could just be looking at the stuff and not even button an eyelid. The fact that people saying that means like there is a bracket of space, a bracket of space for them. So there was that. They're going to have a Christmas market, which I'm definitely going to go to. which some of you might say I'm crazy because of the performance before, but I think I'm going to think.
No, but then again, Christmas coming up.
Gifting, and I think I'm going to do a better job at that time in creating gift parcels to then, like I was even saying to Jamil, I was like, even if I do it where like I get two, like I'll see if I can get cheap model paint somewhere, but like 2 paints, a brush and a model. Do it as a gift. Gift. And I'll even knock it, like, because the model's like £6. And if the paints and a brush, I could do £10. You get a model, 2 paints and a brush. You're saving a lot of money there anyway. Like some models are a tenner on their own. Do you know what I mean? So I definitely think the Christmas market will be. It won't be themed on tabletop, but it will be themed on gift purchasing. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So they said
even that stuff like that as well. Like if you don't sell it at markets, you can put it onto your website as well.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm in the process of updating it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So and again, the overtone of this is I learned a lot, and I feel more confident coming out of it. As much as I didn't make money, it's everything else. Feel more confident about it, right? But yeah, so Christmas market definitely. Thank you to Jamelia as well. She supported throughout the whole thing. She was there the whole time. She had her bows there with us as well, obviously for the website. But yeah, she trooped on through like I did with the with the weekend, because it was quite tough just being there and seeing people like just go by. And I'll get into the footfall thing as well. But yeah, thank you very much, Jamelia. I appreciate it very much. And then thank you everyone else who visited. Those that couldn't visit, obviously I appreciate when, you know, I know a few people wanted to and then stuff came up, yeah, so I appreciate that. So you was working, yeah, don't worry. But also thank you to the people that did visit. I really appreciate it. It's always helpful seeing your friends there, and then even they know what you're doing, but they don't know what you're doing. So when you're getting a chance to tell them and talk to them and stuff like that, you know, they're learning more and understanding it. And like a couple of people brought their friends, and their friends bought stuff, not so much because they're like, oh yeah, pity buy, but they were like, oh, this stuff's like, I had one, he had a really cool Marco's friend, he had a really cool Witcher tattoo, so he obviously bought the Witcher bookmark, right? So yeah, it was really nice to see people, and it helps with those, even if like, again, that stuff, even if we didn't sell anything, that just adds to it because they were there for a little while. Chris was there for a good chunk of time on the Saturday as well, and that helped. So yeah, it was good from that perspective, and I appreciate everybody that helped and came along. So yeah, and then on that, I'm now looking for places where I can get a semi-regular spot in the week, especially at the moment where I'm still looking for work. If I can get somewhere where it's like 2 days a week, I can go set up and just see if I can sell, and at least that way I can advertise it as a semi-permanent spot, because the chap with his mum who bought the D&D miniature said that like they look for regular spots because of the way things are at home, so they look for somewhere regular to go to. So yeah, it was good. Getting that sort of stuff meant that it was good for, I want to get a regular place, because I want a physical shop, or like, you know, a place to have all that stuff. Yeah, we discussed that. Yeah, do you know what I mean? So, and I'm still looking for that as well, and seeing what opportunities there are for me to do that. But I think a market in any case is also a good opportunity to do that as well. Do you know what I mean? And so we'll see about that. I'll get onto feedback afterwards. Met, and all the people, the markets, all the really nice people that I met. They're all very much in the similar vein as us. Like, we were there, they had their own stuff, they had obviously their own lives going on, but they were there trying to sort of do their own extra thing on the side. I know for me at the moment, it's not an extra thing on the side, it's the only thing I'm doing until I work. But again, it's the same thing. And it almost put me at ease a little bit, because I think I was a little stressed about, I didn't really say anything, but I think I was a little stressed about, like, will it make sense no matter what anyway? But when I see people and they talked about like the stuff they were going through, I was like, oh, okay, I've actually gone through a very similar process and journey to get to this point. Yeah. Outside of being made redundant, we won't get into that. But do you know what I mean? So I felt it put me at ease. I felt better, even as bad as it sounds, I apologize, but when we weren't all doing well, it made me feel better about the product I had, because it wasn't the product. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, because if everyone else was selling and we sold nothing, I'd be like, yeah, you would be absolutely, I'd be like, we were cooked. Yeah. It didn't make sense. But everybody was in the same boat. Yeah. Same boat. We were selling the same way. And that's where it gets onto the next part about, me and Jamini gave feedback, and I think it was very constructive feedback about the presence of the space and how people found it. Because a few of the people that came to see us went through the food section, didn't realize they could go the other way. Okay, so I don't know, obviously, the setup of how it was. So did you have to pass through somewhere to see you, or like you in the middle or something, or I don't know. Like, we were like, you know where the vintage clothing market is there? Oh my God, it's been a minute, but I'm trying to think. Maybe I'll try and put a map picture on here. I'm just going to explain it to you because it's easy to explain to you. So basically, it was as you go towards the Truman Brewery, you know where WASD is?
Was, yeah.
You know where the two big double gates are, and it looks like a loading bay before you get down there. In there, we were literally there, like right at that entrance. So we had a good spot but it wasn't super clear where we started and ended.
Okay.
Because we also realised that there were other market stalls that weren't part of this design and craft fair that were still trading.
Or in the next rooms, like
no, in that same space.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. When I show the map, you'll get what I mean. So like stuff like that, like it wasn't clear who was and wasn't in the showcase. It wasn't the advertising, like they had a sign out the front and stuff, but like it almost seemed like the reliance on footfall was 90% of it. Now that I've seen their socials and they put stuff on socials and talked about that, but I feel like for that particular event, I feel like, I don't know, there should have been like, even if it was a guy with
just more marketing around the actual venue. Is that what it is then?
Yeah, that's what it felt like.
Because you feel like you're just in there and you don't know if anyone's actually seeing.
Yeah, and they interviewed people during the event and stuff like that, but it's like, even if they had someone with a sign at Liverpool Street, at Spitalfields, and then us, just to direct the traffic, because I think a lot of it, people just stumbled on us. Like the boy that bought the D&D Mini, it was only because his mum said, let's go to Brick Lane. Otherwise, he wouldn't even have turned up.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
Do you know what I mean? So like there was stuff like that. And again, they asked for the feedback and there was nothing. And I even said to her, I said, there's nothing where I feel like it was overly bad in the sense it's like, oh, this was shit. It was just, there was just things I think could have improved the awareness and helped us. Like I even said, like it could have been helpful if it was like on Eventbrite as a ticketed event to help us gauge footfall for them and us. So if they know 2,000 people have gotten a free ticket, at least I know there's potentially 2,000 buyers. Whereas you're going into that and you're relying on there being 2,000 people just going through.
On the street, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I get that's probably how a market typically is as well. But it's also like people go back to markets because there's things at the market, not just randomly on a given day just go through a market as well. Like it's
also tough as well. Even like car boot sales probably similar. I mean, but these car boot sales, it's every...
No, but exactly. So you know. you go in the paper, you know.
That's it.
Do you know what I mean? So there's stuff like that. I even said to that, maybe, now that I think about it, maybe I was being a bit patronised, but I said to like, if they want help implementing any of the ideas we're giving them, or like for me to, I was like, let us know. Like I've done events, not a market, but when I worked at Microsoft, I've done event organising and planning. So it's not like it's like it was all little things that can elevate it. It wasn't like there was anything that was like, you didn't do this, you need to do it. There was all elements of things that I sent them feedback. It's just had to elevate that. Yeah. But I definitely think the Eventbrite thing would have been a good idea just so that everybody had a number to track. Do you know what I mean? It would have been a good, you can even put, like they did on the socials when they did like the carousel of all of us on there on Instagram.
I didn't even see that. Did you show me that? I think
no, I didn't. Oh. And the reason I didn't is because for some reason it didn't tag me, even though I was tagged in the post.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, that's an Instagram issue. Yeah. So like stuff like that on the Eventbrite, you could have put all the people on there. People see the themes. Do you know what I mean? Or even things like if the vendors agree, like you could have done like a 5% discount over the weekend if you purchase with the vendor. There's all different incentives you can do and stuff. But yeah, so there's plenty of feedback we gave them. A lot of it was about just public awareness and knowing where we are and all of that sort of stuff. Especially like, imagine you're going through Spitalfields. Are you really going to come that far if you don't really know?
No,
probably
not.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Which is why I'm now looking at Spitalfields to see if I can potentially get a space.
There it's busy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
there definitely. I remember I walked through there. I almost got lost in there.
Yeah. And part of why I've said that is because I think there's still a niche for markets for tabletop regardless anyway. But at that event, we obviously, and this is probably quite obvious, we was the only tabletop store at the event. Mm-hmm. And I guess that's probably quite, you could assume that's quite obvious. Maybe it's not.
Should probably say that what might have been like 2 or 3 clothes, maybe 2 or 3 candles. Like they're like the most popular ones at these kind of little
jewelry, candles, some clothing, pottery.
That's it. They're like the popular ones, and people go to these little markets that not expect to see. Like say what? Like
there's like plushies and stuff on the other one, which is probably close to
toys. That's like
toys. But as I said, I think also that it was good that because people say like some of the people doing the footage for the socials and stuff. So, we never seen. Like they said it like as like, oh, this is cool, not like oh. Okay, like they were like, oh, we've not seen this is cool. We haven't seen tabletop. So as I said, as much as there is sort of an element of not fitting the theme and all that stuff, I just think overall, while it wasn't the most rewarding event monetarily by value,
just getting that awareness out there as well, like getting that the eyeballs on it. Like,
I haven't even put that. Our Instagram shot up from 120 something to I think it's like 150 now, 149. So it shot, and that's helped a lot as well. That shot up even being there. So we gained less monetarily, more learnings and ideas, and now I didn't really think about a market stall before, but I think having a spot at a market might make sense for the short term to help generate a rhythm, and then who knows, like with that, people start to know me from having the market, and then I can move into a bigger space. If I find a way to move into a bigger space before a market, that's obviously the goal. But do you know what I mean? Like I'm thinking about the broader potential of having a space like that, especially if it's quite a big one. Do you know what I mean? So, but definitely, they said about the Christmas market. Obviously, got Salute next year as well. Yeah. And planning out all that. So I'm hoping by the time Salute rolls around, I've really got something established,
something or concrete, bit more.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, the market was good. I think overall it was good. As I said, we gave them some good feedback. We talked about and even talked about the other people, and they made sense. And I think, as I said, not monetary success, but just learning and understanding success was really, really good, and gaining some followers and stuff like that. So,
yeah, no, that's good, man.
Yeah,
because I feel like going to like next year and stuff like that, you're kind of like how I want to be as well, like in the sense of where you're doing these smaller stuff now, like these little markets and stuff. Like Salute's going to be a lot bigger, and that fits the whole theme of what you're doing anyway as well, to be fair. So that's not bigger. Then after that, if you do good there, then you might think, oh, Comic-Con, let's get a table. Even though the tables at these events are very pricey, people like they're not cheap.
I think with Comic-Con, I think I'd go down the artist alley route. I don't think I'd go vendor route, unless I get that big and I have a shop and stuff. But I think I would go artist alley.
This is it, and I'm the same for me, and like obviously getting Party Pro. Like I feel the same. Like I'm want to do obviously doing the parties and stuff like that, but then later on do these events, same thing. Like set up a booth, let people come and engage and build off of that as well.
Yeah, man. So. Yeah, that's it. I think that's everything this week. I think we had a good week, other than forgetting the models. But actually, I think when you look at our time, I think we actually was able to give a bit more to some of the bits we haven't really covered.
Indeed.
Really, especially the market. But yeah.
Yeah. So appreciate everyone listening to this week. Make sure you check us out on our socials on Spotify. We're on YouTube as well. Pixel Forge plays on YouTube.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay. So Pixel Forge podcast on obviously Spotify. Pixel Forge podcast on Twitch as well every Thursday. I think this Thursday coming up, it'll be a special guest.
Yeah, hold on. That's going to be somebody else.
Wait and see. But yeah, check us out on all socials. Make sure you leave a comment down below as well. Let us know what your favorite parts of the podcast are as well. If there's anything you want us to discuss, we're all here for it. But yeah, until next week, guys.
See you soon.
Peace.
Thanks.